What we're doing with bears now is our first step is to see where they are and how many we have and what are their sex and ages. When we have that kind of information, we can use science to estimate how many bears we could harvest someday and let the population grow. Now, in order to do that, we're using hair snares, or sections of barbed wire strung between 3 or 4 trees about 20 inches off the ground with something in the middle that a bear wants to smell or eat. Bear comes into this hair snare, goes under or over the barbed wire, and then leaves some hair. When we do this on a statewide basis wherever we have bear range, we're going to have about 750 of these hair snare sites. The project is it's a 4-year study, and the objective or the goal is to come up with a statewide population estimate of black bears. We've captured and marked 45 bears so far, about half and half male to female.
We are down in the Ozarks, so it's all in the Ozark Mountains. We're trapping everywhere from Springfield in the west to Poplar Bluff in the east, anywhere south of 44. Well, we use 3 different traps primarily. We do use a foot snare. It's just a cable with a locking device on it. The bear will step on a throwing arm, is what we call it, and it throws the cable up around the wrist, and the cable's attached to a tree. We also have larger culvert traps, which is just a simple sliding guillotine door in the back. The bear goes in, pulls on some bait, it's attached to a cable, the door slides down the back. The bear is just waiting in that culvert when you get there. And then we have smaller traps, barrel-sized traps, crawl in there. It's the same principle as the culvert trap, just smaller scale. First thing we'll do is we'll go to the bear and assess the bear's weight and his state of activity. We come back, we mix up the drugs, then we go and we drug him, usually with a dart gun, and then you get to crawl into a trap and pull that bear out, and then that's whenever all the science takes place. We do 15 different measurements, from total body length to the area of his pads on his feet. Take DNA samples, hair samples, and a plug of tissue, usually out of the ear, and then we ear tag them. And then probably the most important thing we do is we put the radio collar on him. It is a GPS and VHF collar. The points are uploaded on a computer every day by satellite, so we can check it from our office, so we can track them and see where they're going. We've had bears travel 50 miles in a couple weeks. We had no idea that bear territory sizes would be that large.
We've been finding our bears are healthy. They're big. They have a lot of food resources, because we're not seeing any bears that look like they're undernourished. Adult healthy females are anywhere from 170 to 220 pounds, and adult healthy males are anywhere from 200 to 500 that we're seeing right now. Well, one thing I've learned is they move into daytime a lot more than I thought they did. And even when it's hot out, even when it's 90 degrees, we're seeing bears moving.
We think that it is a rising population, and we are actively promoting a growing population of black bears. We want people to enjoy viewing black bears in Missouri, but we also want them to be cautious, and we don't want bears to become so familiar with people that they approach them. We definitely don't want bears to associate people with food.
You know, it's the coolest thing to be able to look at this animal and know that it's a wild animal. It might weigh 400 pounds. How does it make a living? I don't know how he can eat enough insects and grass and berries to weigh 400 pounds, but he does. He's healthy. We have the bears and we have the habitat. The question just becomes how tolerant or how willing are people to work with bears. You know, if people don't tolerate bears, and if we have poaching and that sort of thing, then we're not going to have a lot of bears.